Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be talking about a few random things here going forward in Pokemon Go, because we've seen a lot of people voicing their opinion and then going back and just still playing, and they call for a boycott. There's a difference between saying we need to voice ourselves and also saying that we should not spend any money, and then people spend some money. And the direction that Pokemon Go is going here, just let's see what's going on. I am in a new location in my room now because I do have my son over. I didn't want to tell him, get to your room, because I usually do it downstairs, right? So with that said, if you can give this video a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. I am very exhausted, so if I look tired, then you got it. That's it. That's exactly it. All right, so Pokemon Go, folks. They are responding, Niantic is responding to a lot of the issues that are occurring, but all at the same time ignoring Here's Niantic, right? So we know that they know it's out there. They're just choosing not to acknowledge it because they, like we've discussed before, that's probably going to be, I'm not saying that they should do this, but if they do respond to it, then the backlash is going to be even more so. It's kind of like apologizing to somebody. I'm not saying this is a you all, but the backlash that they're getting, just kind of giving you an analogy, but apologizing to somebody that you know is going to rub it in your face. Like, so you don't even apologize, right? Because it's just going to make them even more angry, if that makes any sense. So they could just revert it back. But where are we going with this game? We have shadow raids coming. We do not know when Mega Mewtwo or Rayquaza are going to be arriving to Pokemon Go, but you better believe that is going to be bringing people out in droves. So Pokebattler, if you're not familiar with that, it is a very good website to use for rating tools and a plethora of other things. I specifically use it for rating, and it can get very, very in-depth. So really good thing to use, been using it for years. They put out some numbers showing their website and how it goes up during specific times and then down, and it is kind of getting to a really low peak where it's at right now. Now those don't directly reflect the numbers of people who are actually playing Pokemon Go, but it can give us a good idea as to where the direction is going. And it is peaking when we get something great. When it was Groudon and Palkia, it peaked high, but it is steadily going down after each good raid. So you have a good amount of people, but then after that good raid, then there's even less people playing. Then we have a good raid, it peaks up, and then it goes down even more. So it just keeps getting lower and lower as time goes on. And then hitting us with this nerf to remote raids didn't help a thing to make people want to play anymore. So there's a lot of people that are actually uninstalling the game and legitimately walking away. But at the end of the day, the player base is way too big for them to have some sort of any or impact. They're going to be able to continue on no problem at all. And again, I'm not trying to rub it in anybody's face, but people that are saying we should stop spending money, this and that, and then they just go off and still spend money. This is where we're at here. We're just too invested, and I don't blame them. See, what's going on is they're very frustrated. We're all very frustrated. But if you want to call some hypocrites out there, I guess you can do that, but at the same time, I will look at it as you're just being human, you're angry, you're frustrated with what's going on, and you just want it to stay the same or not be so impacted by the price or the nerf to how many we can do per day by being 5 and then 10 now, we know, for specific raid days. Cleaver, to name one that we're going to be getting, so we got that clarification as to how much they are going to actually increase it. So I don't want to go and like, look at, stop saying that if you don't do this. I get it. Niantic is really screwing with the player base, and at this rate, taking a look at all their other games, what is going on? We've discussed this before, but they're all in decline or dead or done, to the point where they were putting so much time and energy into it, but yet it didn't generate anything at the end of the day. It was just a very popular IP, Harry Potter. I mean, you're going for Pokemon, Harry Potter, Transformers, and now Monster Hunter. You're just picking the best of off this tree, and they're just destroying them one after another. See, Pokemon aspect is so relatable on your phone. Harry Potter was like, what? I guess if you're a fan and you enjoyed it, sure, whatever. But Pokemon, you're out in the real world. This is what, if we had a device to play like a Pokedex, right? This is our Pokedex, our phone. So it's very translatable And not only that, Pokemon is a very popular franchise and we all love it. So it translates great on the phone, and they did a good job with it. It's a good game, for its basis, and it is simplistic gameplay that it did have in the beginning. Things have gotten a lot more complicated with the layers that they've putting on top of it, with the buddies and the raids, the gifts, the friends list, all the little things on the side here, the rockets, the grunts, the same things, but you know what I mean. So it's gotten a lot more complicated, and with those upgrades to the game, a whole lot of bugs have been coming along with it. It's just a shame. So we've all said it, and hopefully they can get it together. I don't know what's the obsession with trying to make so many games. I get it. Maybe they're making so much money off of Pokemon Go to the point where they don't even need to really worry about it too much. Literally intake as much as they can from that, pay off the royalties for whatever contracts going on there, and with that other money that they're making, invest in their own IP so they can build up a brand like Pokemon Go. But the thing is, they'll never, I can't say never, but from what it's looking like, it doesn't seem like they're going to ever have another Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is it right now. They need to take care of it. So I see what they're doing. I mean, we all see it. They're trying to make their own IP so they don't have to pay anybody, and so they can have something that they can call their own, right? Peridot's coming out. I am not going to touch it. I don't really care. If you want to play it, great. That's all good to them. But they just need to keep their eye on Pokemon Go and kind of just really, tighten the screws on it. Everything's wobbly. It's got some play here. We need to tighten things up. We need to tear the whole damn thing down and build it up again, to be honest with you. But there you have it. This game is going to last a long time, and we're going to lose a lot of old players, and we're going to get a lot of new ones as well. It feels like they're trying to actually eliminate the old player base and bring in a new player base, as if, okay, we're done with you. Thank you for all your money and your time. I said this on my last live stream. And for the newer ones, they're like, okay, come on in. Hey, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, this is Pokemon Go. We got all the nice deals here. So start dropping your cash in here. We'll have a good old time. But the thing is, for a lot of these old school players who've spent a lot of money in the game or just a lot of time, it's so difficult to walk away, even with a lot of the changes that are making that you completely hate. You're like, well, we're invested. We got to keep going all in here. As opposed to, you could have been spending money and now you just don't spend money and you still play the game though, and that still helps them. Right? If we're still opening up the app, that still helps them. So yeah, Pokemon Go, hopefully they can get their nuts and bolts tightened over there and finally get it going, folks, because it's pretty buggy. I was at Go Battle League today and it was a mess. That hasn't happened in a while. Finally get my rank up, right? Almost gonna get to expert. Refreshed it, cleared cache, all that good stuff, download the assets, and we're still right where we're at with the stickiness and the bugginess. And it's so frustrating too. Like I said, right after I actually pull out of that 420 rut that I was in, I'm able to rise up, and then it's like, well, we're gonna hit you with a little bit of lag now. Here we are. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.